North Star. This is Star Trek Enterprise Season 3. There had to be a Western episode. Come on, there's always a Western episode in these shows. You've got to have one. They're in the Expanse. They've come across this planet that has humans. Now, these humans were taken a few hundred years ago from Earth by these aliens. These aliens kidnapped Earthlings, brought them to this planet as slave labor. But now we're at the point where the humans have risen. They fought back against their captors. They took back the planet, and now they're the ruling class, and they treat the aliens like garbage. That's the base. That's the premise of this one. I really like this episode. We're going to talk about it, of course, using my patented space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment, and each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5 on this one. Look, it's the, I don't know, like, how did the humans get there? How are they going to get them back? That's kind of explored very quickly, but I like this story. I especially like it because it's reversed. It's like, this is where the humans, you start the episode off with hate in the humans because they're just being dicks, these aliens. Then you find out this backstory that, well, we were slaves, and now we took over the planet. Now we're in charge, and we don't want those aliens to rise up again. But now it's been reversed. Like, it came back to, well, now we're just being asses to them. So where do you draw the line? And I like that. I like that thought process in this. It was a great topic to cover. Makes a lot of sense today with all of the environment the way it is, with people, asking for certain things and saying, oh, this happened in the past. It's like, can we just move on and work together? So this episode talks a lot about that. There's a great little action scene at the end. It is the Western setting, which is kind of neat, I guess, for this one, because once Archer is discovered, or he allows himself to be seen as a future guy, as an Earthling from, with future technology, they're like, holy crap. So I liked all that stuff a lot. So yeah, 1.5. Pacing 1.5. So there's a lot of good tension in this one. There's the sheriff, who's like somewhat of a decent guy. And then you've got his deputy, who's just a complete ass. We've seen this before in many Westerns. There's the asshole guy. And he's a bastard. He's definitely an ass, and you definitely hate him. So, screw that guy. But there's tension with him because he's going to try to kill, like, Archer and stuff. And it's like, he's not understanding. He's not there to understand that we're trying to help you. Like, the Enterprise crew's trying to help these people. But it has good tension. There's a good action scene at the end. So there you go. Artistry, I'll give it a 1. Like, look, everything looks okay. It's Western, so it's not hard to replicate that. But it looks good. It's a Western town. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you. It's basic Star Trek stuff. We've seen this many times. We've seen many Westerns. We've seen Back to the Future Part 3. So it's not anything better than any of those movies. It just looks good. Everything's fine. So there you go. Characters, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I like the characters a lot in this one. I thought the sheriff was a good character. I like the teacher a lot. The bad guy, I felt that he was a bit bad. He's bad just to be bad. I know that, because they need a bad guy. But the thing is, I would have liked it better if they would have, instead of fighting him at the end, if they would have sort of like talked to him and say, listen, we're from Earth. Like, I would have liked to have seen his thoughts on Archer and his guys. That would have been really cool to see. But what we did get, the crew's always great, so that's a 1. 0.5 for the teacher. She's a great character. She's a half-breed, so she's part alien, whatever, so she was really good too. So yeah, overall, I loved all the characters. 1.5. Enjoyment factor, I'll give it a 1.5. I really like this one. For all the reasons I explained, it felt more like a regular Star Trek episode, and I really liked that. I was missing that with this Xindi War thing, so it was a nice break from the Xindi War. Totally felt like it could have been a Kirk episode or something like that easily. There's so many of those kind of Kirk ones. There's that gangster one, piece of the action, that kind of thing. I liked it. I thought it was done really well. So giving this one a 7 out of 10. Pretty enjoyable. Probably would have been a bit higher if they would have just, I know there's a great action scene at the end, but maybe tone that down a little bit and have a bit more with the characters after they learn what happens and that these guys are from Earth and stuff. It would have been cool to see a little bit more of that. They do show the teacher teaching stuff at the end, so that's kind of cool too. But yeah, overall, really like this one. 7 out of 10. If you like my space system, please like the video, consider subscribing to the channel, and check out the playlist for Star Trek. That's it. Until next time.